Welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cut Very Well. You can see I got the glasses on, looking dapper as always. A little smarter tonight than what I normally do. They're bifocals, so I'll probably be messed. If I trip and fall, you'll know what happened. Hey, we're going to get back kind of into regular to cut, and I know y'all enjoy that. I enjoy that. I have a lot of fun. Today, we did some cross training at work, and they sent my fat ass out in the swamp. Literally. Went through several pair of boots. One, my Docs, they're about $150. It's not expensive for boots. I know that. Blah blah blah. I don't want to hear about your $7,000. I don't care. I like my Docs. I got fat feet. They're ruined. Thanks, work. So I bought me some rubber boots. Going through Walmart about lunchtime. Got me some rubber boots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing there and I hear this vacuum type. Look around. There's Dudley Do Right behind me. A little wet vac, wiping up each and every footstep I take. Now, I get it, and I apologize. I think I'm throwing a hat because the side's floating. It's killing me. I apologize. I thought that was, But listen, don't fight. This is from Jimbo. Coastal. What's that? Simply Coastal. Jimbo also does a barbecue. Great job. Love you, Jimbo. Anyway, I got Howdy Doody behind me. Getting every footstep. Got in line with me, son. So it ain't been a good day. I didn't feel like cutting shit. That's all the cuss word I'm going to do. But I'm going to do a couple things here. Kind of tell you where we're at. We got a home offense part 2 coming up this week. And I've been wanting to show y'all this. Now, I'm going to go through 3 or 4 weapons that I'm going to use. And tomorrow, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, if we're still cross training, maybe Wednesday, but one of these days, probably tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll get out and use some of these so we can have them in the video. So, we all know that a kukri would probably be pretty good for home offense. Somebody breaks in. Now, this is the 2-foot long, 24-inch blade, and yes, I measured it. It's a softer, like a 57 to 59, or maybe a 56, 58 Rockwell hardness. I got this from Atlanta Cutlery. Let me show you something to compare it with. Regular kukri, about a 10-inch blade there. The other kukri. Got this from Atlanta Cutlery. Now, Atlanta Cutlery has a division. I can't think of the division. I'm sure somebody will tell me. That hat looks really stupid. Just go with the glasses. Don't pay any attention to my eye floating. Atlanta Cutlery has a division where they send folks and they will go take the measurements and they make the perfect replica. So that's a ceremonial kukri. Now that thing weighs about 6 pounds. Is it good for home offense? We're going to find out. I don't know. Kind of big, kind of unwieldy, but we'll see. Now, the other thing we're going to try out for this episode, I remember this. Backyard Samurai gifted me this Hanway battle axe. I love this thing, man. I can't wait to swing it. He shored it up. It's pinned. Y'all see it's pinned. And he went ahead and put a wedge down in there. And it swings good, man. Look at that thing. Now I showed y'all, look at the thickness on that thing. It's about 5/16 thick, so distal taper down to the blade. Is this good for home defense? Oh, I don't know, it may be good for home defense, but is it good for home offense? One thing I like about this blade is turned correctly, but I do have a little, I could jab. I could hit them like that. About hit my camera, that'd have been beautiful. Or I just cut their head off. Like that there, see, it's just over quick. So we're going to test that one out. In the vein of battle axes, we're going to go with the cold steel. Got stuff falling everywhere, so probably ought to clean this room up. The cold steel now, last time I mentioned what it was, somebody corrected me. I don't take that well, and I'm working on it. So whatever y'all want to call it, this is made by Cold Steel. This one is not as thick, but this is the Robert the Bruce axe. Battle Bannockburn, he broke his axe. Legend has it, he sent his guy back. The blacksmith fixed it like this. He was like, we'll use it. So that's the Legend. I'm actually like 22. He was like my 22nd great grandfather back. Been doing Ancestry.com. I also kin to King James 1 through 5. King James 6 is actually King James Bible. He was actually King James the first of England and Scotland. But he's some kind of cousin-in-law or something, 20-something back. But King James 1 through 5 is, 14th on back. Does that matter? No. But Robert the Bruce axe, I got way more of a stabby. So, but the tail's gonna be the hallway. Megan was real excited when we did that last time. I'm sure she'll be on it again. So we're gonna do that. So there's 3 weapons that we're gonna test out now. I think we did 4 last time. So what we're gonna do, put that down. What I'm gonna do for my 4th weapon is, probably been better off if I'd have done this, shit falling everywhere. What I'm gonna do for my 4th weapon is this, the cold steel Gladys. It's a thrusting weapon. Yes, it can chop, for the love of God, but it's made, get up in your ribcage. So we're gonna test this one, the cold steel, whatever y'all want to call it, I don't give a damn. The big cold steel's the biggest axe I got. We're gonna test that one. And the Hanway Battle Axe, we're gonna do that one. The 6-pound Kukri, we're gonna do that one. So we're gonna do those 4. And as a bonus, I know Scad's gonna throw a bonus in there. We're also going to do I really got too much stuff. The aluminum head cane sword. Is it good for CQ soup? We shall see. So that's coming up this week. I'm also going to do more cutting with the Swiss halberd. I've anchored it on way better. Y'all all seen the video, and if you hadn't, you should. Where I hit the 3 bottles, killed the 3 bottles, and the head went flying off. That was not long after I'd thrown the spear into the neighbor's pontoon boat. And a little before that, I had hit a 5-hour energy drink off his truck. So I wanted to make sure that was secure before we got back out there. Nice guy. And, he's in his 70s, so I'm sure I could take him. But we don't want to try. So we got that coming up, those 2 things. The other thing we're going to do, and then I'm going to get on to what I want to get on. The other thing is Kirk brought me a couple knives to do now. One is a fixed blade Benchmade, the Siebert, I think. I'll show it to you tomorrow. It's not a big deal. But the one I'm kind of excited about is this SE6. Now, I know everybody on the internet has done an SE4, 5, or 6. I'm just happy to get my hands on it now. It feels light. It feels fast. When I was up in the swamp today, I had on my D-bad. Y'all know I had that on, and I've enjoyed it. But this is more, I think, more of a camp. And for some folks, this is big. 6-inch blade, 4.5-inch handle, something like that. Lennon micarta scales. The guys who founded Essie, from what I've read on them, got one's named, I think, Perrine, and the last one's Randall Adventures. Not Randall Knives, but another dude. They kind of got fed up with the hype, so they went down to Peru, to the Peruvian Air Force, and in conjunction with them started making knives, and they moved stateside and started a sister company. But I think that came later. When they moved stateside, they actually worked in conjunction with Tops and developed the laser strike, and then they worked at OKC, Ontario, for about 5 years developing knives. I think they developed the Rat series, and then they branched out on their own. They wanted to do a little higher end, give you some different handle options. I love Lennon micarta. Y'all know that from my Tops. is $10.95. The one thing I'm not a fan of, they use that rough, almost that rhino lining. I know that's not what it is, but that's kind of the texture to coat the blade. Now, this thing feels awesome in hand. I am going to test it tomorrow. We'll probably shoot some footage of it. And so we got that coming up. Really excited about this. I'll have some pictures either before the video starts or after with the measurement, the correct measurements on it. So those things are coming up. If we got time this week, we will do maybe a chop off with the D-Bad versus the 1917 Frontier Buoy from Cold Steel, or the SP-10 Marine Raider from Ontario. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. We are moving to hit rubber to the road, whatever the euphemism is, and try to really help in tangible ways. The raffle's coming up. Again, that's on me. Not one dime has been taken. I have the board here. I have my PayPal set up. I'm researching the charity that we want to do it through, and I'm also trying to see what the best way for you guys is to get tickets. And please, I want you to participate, because I want to be able to donate a decent amount, and I have an amount in my head, whether we sell 1, 1,000, or none, that I'm going to donate in Choirboys Cutlery's deal. So there's that. And pray for our service members. Or if you don't believe in that, think about them. I don't know. Just do something and do what you do. But let's support our service members. LEOs, law enforcement officers, I say it all the time. Their suicide rates rising, their quit rates rising. Now, all this bullshit about defunding the police and all that sounds good. It's not going to be bad on us. It's not going to be bad on the gun owners and the legal law-abiding citizens. Excuse me, got all choked up, son. Been a long day, son. Been out in the swamp fighting off moccasins and Indian, all kind of stuff out there. So just y'all bear with me. And if you don't believe me, instead of sowing panic and all fear and everything else you're sowing, read your history. The Wild West, you had outlaws may have run it for about 2 years, and then they all got hung. So keep our LEOs, our law enforcement officers, in mind now. Addicts. I've skipped over this part the past, I don't know, a few weeks, or just kind of blew over it. I keep saying I are one, or I at times have been the most functioning addict, I've fought addiction probably since I was a teenager, and I'm 48. I'll be 49 next month, good Lord willing. If you're an addict, you're welcome here. If we can get you some help, we will. Mine wasn't, I don't really consider pot an addictive drug. Most folks deal with like pain pills and things like that. And I rode that ride, okay? It's not fun, because you go from that to subs, you're on something else, and so on and so forth. So to my addicts, you're here. You're welcome here. If you think you might live with an addict and you need help, because that's not easy, dude. A lot of times, and I know for myself especially, you get out there a little bit, an addict always think he's smarter than everybody else. Here's the tell. If somebody, hits you up all the time for money, they got to pay their power bill 6-7 times a month, or their phone bill 3 or 4 times, or some just dumbass thing happens about twice a week. Man, my check didn't go in. I don't know what the hell. Or the bank screwed me over. Those are good signs. Get help for them. I've buried a lot of friends because we all wanted to ignore it. We were hoping it would go away, or we were wrapped up in our own stuff. So addicts, I haven't forgot you. And I've been where you've been, dude. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. Hey, do me a favor. Last thing, share this video. If you like it, if you like what we do, if you like the craziness, you like the insanity, hit subscribe, hit share, like, and subscribe. For everybody that makes comments, I mean everybody, and I can't name everybody, but two guys I will name is Dale King and Jimbo Knight. Well, for each other. You guys, and I'll name people every night. I'm not forgetting anybody, but there's a reason that I'm naming those three. And Jimbo and Dale in particular, I put a picture of all of us up a couple of weeks ago. Jimbo and I meet on Fridays a lot of times, and I say go antiquing. We're going looking for knives and have lunch. But Dale and Jimbo have been so super supportive. And there's other guys, Chuck, Daniel Nettles, Richard, all my knife guys. Hey, if anybody's wondering, Bibb Brothers in the Blade, just so you know. And neither myself or Donnie B all day has a problem with anybody, just so y'all know. That's just some of Scab's witty humor, son. So I'm gonna quit rambling. For everybody that comments, man, I love y'all so much and I appreciate it. God bless y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gonna quit putting this thing in my pocket. We gone, son. I thought